Hello, sculpture makers. We are going to learn today how to make a tree out of 2 paper bags. Here we go. First thing we want to do is decide if we want to have our tree look a little bit more realistic or if we just want to go for it. So I have here an example of a tree that is already finished. This is what we are going to be making today. You can see that there is no sort of depth or line or any sort of texture added to make bark on the tree. It's just plain, and it was just made using the bags and nothing else. But if you would like your tree to look a little bit more like a real tree, we're gonna add some darker brown lines with crayon that will give it some depth. So you'll have light areas and dark areas, just like bark on a real tree. Let's get started. So find your crayons and pull out a brown. Once we have a brown, we are ready to go. And all you're going to do today is draw up and down lines. Make sure they're up and down and not across and not scribbly. Bark on a tree runs up and down because that is the direction a tree grows, right? Sometimes a tree grows out sideways, but it's always growing from the base, the roots, up the trunk, into the branches. Now you don't have to have a million lines and you don't need to scribble. You don't need to do this fast. I just drew a bunch of lines going up and down like this. And now what I'm going to do next is turn my bag, open up the side, see that? And you can open it up and maybe have somebody help you flatten it out. You don't have to crease it, just kind of get it so that you can get in there. Up and down lines. That's all you need to do. It really helps to use your other hand to hold it down. If I don't hold it down, it just moves on its own. So once you do that side, turn it over again. You might have to flip the bag over and press a little bit to get it to stay, but up and down lines the whole way. You might find that this is kind of difficult to do. Yes, it is. You might want to hold it in different places with your hand. You might even want to turn it sideways. Find a way that works for you. Okay, one more side. Same thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this last side of the bag. Come on, bag, please cooperate. And then I'm going to color, actually I'm not going to color the other bag. And you're probably wondering, wait, why wouldn't you? You're making a tree, right? That's right. But I'm not going to color the entire tree. I will color a little bit of it. I misspoke. Okay, this whole bag got colored. Now here's the difference. One bag goes inside the other bag when we make this tree. So the bag that just got all the lines will be the outside bag, the one that we see. But there's another bag inside here. That's the second bag. That one, we only need to color the part that would be the branches. And what part is that? Do you see on your bag that there's kind of a fold right here? Or if you flip it over, you see the bottom of the bag? Everything above this line gets colored. You don't need to draw that line. I just wanted to show you so you could see it. So you would draw your lines going up and down. Okay, and I stop when I get to this line. Now, what if you go below the line? What happens? Nothing happens. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Same thing with the side. You don't need to go below that line. And you can kind of see it. It's very, very faint, but it is there. Flip it over. So yes, you do all 4 sides. Okay. Last side above the line. And you'll notice I'm always going all the way to the top because I want my color to show up all the way to the top. All right, we're good. Okay, now we've got our 2 bags. Fantastic. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're actually going to glue them together. So find your glue, open up your glue, make sure it can breathe. That's how you know it's going to work. Start with the bag that has all the lines, top to bottom. Gently open up that bag. Put your hand in there and push down the bottom. I actually do this when I get inside. I spread my fingers out and it helps to push the bag open gently, especially where the folds are. I'm pushing on these folds. Okay. Now take your other bag, and we're not going to open it yet. We're going to be real smart. This is how they do it at the grocery store. They leave it folded. They put it inside the other bag, and do you see where the corners are? I can match a corner to a corner, corner to a corner. It goes in better. And then I let it slip down in there. Is it done? No. It is going to be opened like this. Now, I forgot to do something. I forgot to use my glue. So, you're going to open up that first bag, make sure it's all the way open, and I'm going to actually squirt my glue like this. You see that? And it's dripping down to the bottom of the bag. If you get some on the sides, it's okay. Try not to though. Try to get it just down there in the bottom of the bag. All right. Sorry, I got so excited to put my bag together. I showed how to put the second bag in before the glue. So now you know. So stick it in there. And do you remember how to open the bag? Stick your hand in the second bag. There's no glue in there, so don't worry. Stick your hand in there. Push the bottom down. Use those fingers and push the bottom down. And now I'm going to press the bottom using my hands. And I'm using my hand in a flat way like this to press the bottom of the bag down into the other bag and squishing the glue around. I can kind of feel it. It's a little squishy down there. And now my 2 bags are there. The one that has lines on about half the bag is inside. All the line is on the outside. And I'm gonna let this dry before turning it into a tree for the next step. All right, hope you had fun. I'll see you next time.